Now we are going one step down in the problem. We will be seeing the implementation details of the AXI to OCP converter. So this is again the further subdivision or the sub-modules in the AXI to OCP converter. So before explaining these blocks, let me tell you how to approach this problem. Assume there is only one AXI master and one OCP slave, and think how you can implement the design in this case. Now here you need to convert the AXI protocol into an OCP protocol. Here again, in per AXI channel, you can see that there are 5 different channels in an AXI definition. Thus, at any time, 2 requests can come simultaneously in an AXI channel. Those are the write request and the read request. Because in an AXI, there are separate channels for writes and read, which is not available in OCP. Again, you think about when you think about write request, the write request itself are put into 2 different channels in AXI, which are the write address and the write data channel. So these 2 channels are getting synchronized by using the tag or the ID that is used, and every write data channel can send up to 16 data associated with a particular address. Thus the master will send at any time a write address associated with a tag, and also the associated data will come in n number of cycles, which is the n with the maximum value of 16 with the associated tags. Thus you need to get synchronized between these 2 channels first and send the request as a single request to the OCP client. Thus you have to deal with 2 different channels per write in an AXI. Thus there is an address channel and data channel, and thus I have decided to further go into another sub-module called AXI write frontend, which is dealing with synchronizing between these 2 channels. In another way, the write address request that is coming into the interconnect will be saved into a FIFO, and the write data again is saved into another FIFO, and whenever we have the associated address and data which are mapped together by a tag field are available, that has to be sent to the OCP. So for that part, I have decided I have designed another submodule called AXI write frontend. So if you have such a write frontend, you can instantiate that module twice to get deal with the 2 different AXI write channels. The AXI write frontend module will be storing internally the AXI write address channel request and the different AXI write data channel request, and whenever we have a valid write available, it is popping out, or it is generating on its output saying that there is a valid output available, there is a valid AXI write request available. If there were only one AXI client and only write requests were coming in, then whenever there is a valid valid packet available in this module output, you can directly send it to the OCP. But here it's not possible, because you have 2 different AXI channels, and again in per AXI channel there is a write request and read request which are in different sub channels. Thus you have to design another AXI read frontend which will save internally all the read requests coming in and indicate that there are valid packets available whenever there is a complete read request packet has come. Thus we have 4 different submodules: AXI write frontend 1 and 2 and AXI read frontend 1 and 2, which will be giving an output saying that there is a valid write or read packet is available currently. Now the next problem is you have 4 different packets available, may or may not be available at the same time, and you have only one OCP channel to send it out. Here you need an arbiter. So the arbiter will decide currently which client has to be served out. So there are 4 different clients here internally. The read from the 2 clients and write from the 2 channels, and the arbiter will decide internally which has to be sent out next, and that particular packet will be saved from the corresponding internal FIFO in these modules and converted to the OCP and sent it back. So the arbiter here will be a state machine, and based on the current state of the state machine, one client will be served if there are multiple clients pending. Also, here we are dealing with the write response channels. So the write response is just an indication whether the write was successfully dealt by the client. Here the client is the interconnect. So whenever these two, whenever the write request coming inwards to this client has sent out successfully, we can say that the write was accepted correctly and the response is okay. Thus, whenever a packet is popped out from the write front end and send it to the OCP client, we will send a response to that particular tag write, saying that write was okay. So again, the master here, AXI master sitting here, will identify that a particular write with a particular tag was sent out successfully by its client, which is the interconnect. Now we have learned that here in this AXI to OCP converter, it is dealing with 8 different channels. Per client, it is serving 4 channels, that is AXI write address, AXI write data and write response channels are served, and also the inward AXI read request in the AXI read address channel is also served here. Now the only channel pending here is read response. So when the AXI master is initiating a read request, the response has to come from the slave with the data. So the read response is sent back to the AXI read data channel, which is not done here in this module, which is done in the OCP to AXI converter module in the previous diagram. So that's all about AXI to OCP converter, and in the next session we will deal about the AXI write front end implementation, and from next session onwards we will browse through the code also.